Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, welcome. My name is Freya and I'm about to turn 50 in 2 weeks and I want to have another baby. I had twins at age 47. I went to the Czech Republic back then. We adopted 2 embryos and now they're both my kids. And I want to go, this time I want to go to Poland and adopt 1 embryo or have 1 donated embryo. And I wanted to give you an update today. I had a talk with a clinic. I talked to the doctor a couple days ago, and so really all the tests are taken care of and it looks good. They gave me green light. We can go ahead and do the transfer. Now, when it comes to the protocol, I talked to the doctor and I was like, it made me think a lot. So I've done a lot of research. Okay, so I'm pretty much approaching menopause. Not completely. I've had some cycles in this past year, but very irregular. Not only that, but also long stretches between. So clearly my body is slowing down. And also last time I had my OBGYN appointment and he did an ultrasound check. Like everything was good. No cysts, thankfully enough. But it was clearly, it was clear that my ovaries are at rest. They are not active. They are smaller when you're not really ovulating. And so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have another cycle. It could take 1 or 2 years for your body, even, not having a cycle for a few months and then it comes back another cycle. So yes, I talked to the doctor that we're going to do a medicated cycle, like a programmed cycle. And this is what he wants me to do. He wants me to take basically the pill for a month he wants me to have another period to kind of clear out everything. So he wants me to take the pill for a month and then we can start the estrogen. And then he said he wants me to take the vaginal progesterone. So, usually it's like 5 days before transfer, you start progesterone. I was very certain that he would say progesterone in oil shots, but he said no, in their clinic, it's standard procedure that for programmed cycles, they do like high dosage vaginal progesterone, which I really wondered about because a lot of studies and videos that I've watched, they always said you need to do the progesterone in oil and then the chances are better. I'm going to do some more research. I have done research, but maybe do some newer. You can go to Google Scholar, and that's what I always do. I don't just Google, I go to Google Scholar because all I'm interested in is not what someone says from their experience. I'm interested in actually seeing a study, if there are any. Sometimes there are even meta studies, meaning like they're taking all different studies and kind of getting all the information and comparing what they say. And a lot of times there would be one study that has the result of like, this is what happens, and there's the kind of an opposite result in another study. So you kind of have to take it all, and you also have to kind of look at how was that study designed. A lot of topics, a lot of things you can't really do like a double-blinded controlled study because we can't do that, because in fertility world, everyone goes by the protocol that goes best for them. They don't take chances. It's like you're not just being in a test group that you just randomly do a protocol. You're very intentional. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. So I'm going to do some more research. However, I knew this before, which is the reason why I hoped to be able to use a natural cycle, because here's the issue with a programmed cycle. Now, whether it is successful and ends in a positive test, positive pregnancy test, not a lot of difference between the natural and programmed. The natural has overall better outcomes when it comes to live birth rates and all, but what is definitely the case is that when you have a programmed cycle and you take estrogen, that seems to result in a higher risk of hypertension, preeclampsia, placental disorders like placenta previa, placental abruptions, postpartum hemorrhage. These are all risk factors when you take the hormones, even though you really only take them in the first trimester to support the natural processes. There is proof in a lot of studies that the presence of a corpus luteum definitely helps a better outcome overall, even birth weight, everything really. So I know that nowadays there is a move more toward ovulatory cycles, meaning natural cycles. However, of course, what am I going to do if I'm not ovulating? But I was thinking this, what if I just gave it another month or so and tried to track? Maybe I only need one egg to drop. I don't even need the egg. I only need one egg and ovulate with that one egg. I just want one ovulation so I can have a corpus luteum present. It's not about giving myself shots. I would do it. It doesn't matter because it's going to suck, but I would do anything for that baby. However, right now, I'm just wondering, what could I do? So I've looked into Mira. There is this device, of course, where you can test hormones and track ovulation, not just by is it positive or negative, but it actually has a quantitative analysis. It's like a little lab. You have these wands that you insert there. And so I'm looking into, should I try to get a Mira? It's quite an investment, but here's the thing. I have actually just contacted Mira because I saw that a lot of YouTubers use that and they get sponsored or they get a device in order for them to test it out. And so I contacted them and kind of told them my story, and we'll see. Maybe they send me one, maybe they don't. But maybe that is a way, even in perimenopause and when we approach menopause, to kind of know, are we still ovulating or not? So I don't know yet. That's where I'm at right now. The twins are doing so great. They're like getting into everything, but I feel like it's like the past 3 months, I feel like things have been getting a little bit easier. They're not well. Of course, last weekend, Lola was sick, which was not fun. She had a fever for like 3 days, not extremely high, but she just kept running the fever. At night, she was really hot, and then during the day, it was always a little bit better. But she's okay now, everything's fine, but she's still kind of a little whiny. She kind of points to her tummy and says, "Awa." So I don't know. She may still have a tummy ache, but other than that, she's doing really great. And they're so sweet. They sleep beside me, and one on the left and one on the right. And sleep is better, but they're still kind of like always coming for me at night. You know, they're like even in their sleep. It's like I'm a magnet, of course. They smell mom. I think they just definitely smell mom, and so they always get closer to me. But it's sweet. I wouldn't want to miss it for the world because it's such a precious time right now. And I'm thinking, you know, if everything works out and I get pregnant in the next couple months, then the baby will hear spring 2025. It's 2025 already next year. Time goes by so fast. Then by then they will be 3 years old plus. And I think I'm much more confident now that that is doable than it would have been last year around this time. I would have been like, wow, how am I going to do it? But this time, you know, when they turn 3, even now, it starts to get a little bit better. Sometimes they understand when I explain something to them. You know, like when they want something, they don't automatically always, sometimes they do, but not always, just start screaming from the top of their lungs when they don't get what they want. It's starting to get just a little bit, to where you could say, wait a minute, this is what I'm doing. Look, I'm going to come and do this for you, but hold on. Or explaining, you cannot do this now because, you know, you have to kind of do it in a fun way and kind of distract them, but it's starting to work a little bit better. I did the dress try on last time. As you can see, I'm wearing the dress that I said I wasn't gonna wear or I wasn't gonna keep, but you know what? I've decided to keep all of them because the fact is that on video, they actually look good. And for my main YouTube channel, I always need, you know, like this is kind of nice. So you really only see the top. It's comfortable, so I could just even wear it around the whole house. That's a very comfortable material. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep them all. And that's the update for today. I'll see you in the next one, and we'll see how this goes on, if I am gonna just take the pill right away, starting maybe next week, or if Mira, well, they said it's gonna take up to a week. So maybe I'm gonna give it a week and I'm gonna wait and see. So the last period I had was the end of March. So now it's the middle of May. So technically, I can't look what cycle day I'm on because it's on my app. Can I actually access it from my computer? Health, can I? No? Apple Health? No. Ah, that's too bad. Oh yes, I can, I guess. It would be cool because I would like to know what cycle day I'm on. I know the end of March was my last period. So it's still possible I could ovulate in the next month or so. No, that's not what I wanted. Wrong. It opened like the stock app. How did it come up with stock app? I put in health. Health? Health? That's the weird. Oh, maybe it's a stock. Never mind. I can't access it. But so I would be like 4 weeks late. Not late, like late in ovulating. So I should have ovulated 4 weeks ago, but I haven't yet. And taking my temperature, which I don't do every day, but I don't know, I've been doing this for so many years. I have a really good idea of what the temperature level is after I've ovulated versus before I've ovulated. And it's always at the low level now, right now. It's like the lower level, which is very obvious that I have not ovulated. So I don't know. I'll just continue to live healthfully. And oh, I'm really excited about this. I'm going to show you next time I make a video. Today, I'm actually going to go and pick this up. I decided I'm going to do this for myself because I sit in my office so much, and like I was so good for a while working out every single day, but I always had to take an hour off my work day, which isn't ideal because I'm like currently we're doing so much cool stuff. We're starting to run ads for the business, and I want to take on another person, a social media strategist. I just want to do so much more. And even with this channel, there's potential, you know, when I'm more consistent, to actually have sponsors, in the sense of like maybe sending me products that I could showcase. And I'm all about healthy living, supporting your body naturally. If there's anything that could help me, I want to share it. And so if I can't do all this by myself, like I'm doing all these things, but I just love business. I love business so much. I'm passionate. It's just my passion to run a business. And like I've just started a second business, and this is just hobby here, but sponsors reach out all the time and brands reach out all the time. And, I've said no to everything because it's extra work. It is work because you have to then make a dedicated video, and you have to kind of like be in touch with them. You have to like do certain things. But I actually would like to do it, but I need to hire someone else who's actually for my main business, but then they maybe can help me just with a few things, even with my other channels, which I have. Oh my goodness. I just recently started 2 new YouTube channels, one about opera singing. That was long overdue because my main channel is about just singing in general. And I'm a professional opera singer by trade. My past is in professional opera singing. And so I just didn't want to put everything in one place anymore. I wanted to kind of separate it out. So there's an audience for opera now. Not everyone is interested in opera. And I've also started another channel where I document, it's in German, and I document my process of going from Germany to the US, moving over there and getting like the E2 investor visa and all the things I'm doing. I'm going to put the links in the description here if you're interested in any of those other channels that I have, and there are tons. And the fun thing is, and I'm just rambling, this has nothing to do with TTC anymore now, but that new business, that new brand that I started, the Single Mom CEO, like building a business, a 6-figure business while raising kids as a single mom. I put up a video on Saturday, and it like, bam, it went viral. It has like almost 450,000 views right now. And then the next one I put up it has like 302,000 views, and the third one has 53,000, but it kind of went viral. So on TikTok, there's a lot of potential. I never realized that. Like with my singing tutorial kind of brand, I can't grow on TikTok. It's not growing. It's like we've been doing this for more than a year, and I'm not even at 1,000 subscribers. On YouTube, I'll put on things. I'm almost at 270,000 subscribers. So just to tell you, like, it's so random what will go viral and what won't. And then we'll put one short video on YouTube and on Instagram Reels and on TikTok. And like one video will like do so well on Instagram and like not even on TikTok, and one will do really well on TikTok and not on YouTube or something. It's so different because the audiences just vary, and it's the algorithms, I guess, are different. And so, depending on who starts watching it, it just either goes viral or not. But that's really interesting with my TikTok, that like I had these few videos that had like hundreds of thousands of views suddenly. So a lot of potential there. And I want to do more with sponsorships and affiliate marketing. And I don't want to talk about business right now, right? Are you all interested in me talking about my business? This channel is really dedicated to me, the embryo adoption journey and parenting and being a mom and all that stuff. And healthy living. I'm very passionate about that. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. At 10 minutes I wanted to wrap up, and now it's 17 minutes. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.